Well, it happened. U.S. strikes
Yeah,
Iranian nuclear sites. The U.S.
yeah,
has entered the chat.
I didn't think we would be talking about it, but kind of have
Yeah,
to at this point.
yeah. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, there's two sides of this coin. But let's hear
Yeah,
Trump address this.
Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Jesus.
Welcome into Queen City
I
News.
don't know
I'm
how I
Robin.
feel about that.
Okay.
I say pause it.
Yeah, I would say Queen City News. This ain't what we want.
Yeah, let's listen to the actual address, him
Yeah.
addressing, because that's gnarly.
Let me see. Here it is right here.
Yeah, that's probably the main.
Okay.
See what we got.
Damn, he just walks up. JD Vance, Marco Rubio.
Yeah, this is gnarly. I'm not even gonna lie, it's kind of wild.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime.
I didn't even know there was three. I thought everybody's talking about the bunker buster bomber. There was one for sure. There was one for sure. I didn't even know there was three. That's crazy.
Well, see, so I think so. They said they only needed two, but if he did three strikes, they probably drop way more.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good, bro.
Well, here's the thing. If you're gonna do it, you got to go all in. You can't just you can't stop an abortion halfway through. You know what I mean? You just gotta,
yeah. Well, the thing is, he was in a position where he had to do something.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know how I feel
he
about
sent
it.
all the freaking. I mean, he sent all those ships into basically the Middle East, and so there was the potential that this was going to happen, and I thought there was a high percent chance. I honestly thought it was a 70-30.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hear what he has to say.
I mean, he also
Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they
Yeah, this is crazy. So I mean, I think JD Vance was saying he kind of didn't want to do it, but at the same time, he's all in with whatever Trump decides to do. Again, I think
it's weird, man.
One of those positions where it's obviously, Iran has been known as a sponsor to many terrorists for the last 20 years, 20, 30 years.
That has been known, yes.
And they openly said that death to America, and obviously Israel's our ally, not Iran. Yeah. So obviously America is gonna side with.
So with allies. Them blatantly showing death to America, burning the flag in their Congress area and all that stuff, you almost have to do. They're provoking you. You almost have to do something. I just don't know if this.
It's the direct involvement. The weird thing is, obviously, the last 20 years, 25 years, or whatever, in Afghanistan and just being in the Middle East in general has been a failure. It's been a complete total failure. It's been a disaster.
Yeah, it's not our war.
And none of us wanted us to go back there. And Trump was also saying that he didn't want to go back there. And then this kind of sounds like he is going back there. But at the same time, they did this in one attack. The U.S. didn't put anybody on the ground. And apparently their mission was a success, so I don't know what else you could do in that situation. It sounds like that was all.
Oh man, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I'm kind of
Well,
because like
let's
calling
let's hear
for-
more about this. Yeah,
yeah, let's
Alright,
hear
yeah,
that. Let's get this out.
They do not, future attacks would be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people,
Yeah, that's what
blowing
we were
off their
saying.
arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel.
He always puts like the nail in the coffin. He doesn't have to do that. I mean,
We're-
well,
we're a team like no one's ever been before, and here's the thing with that. I mean, obviously, there is some weird stuff with Israel, and it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
that the Mossad was able to infiltrate
There is.
Iran this bad. Like, imagine if they could infiltrate Iran, a country like they're complete enemies that are neighboring them. Imagine who else they can infiltrate. It's actually kind of crazy if you think about it.
well, I mean, that's why I don't really know how to feel about it because they say there's a lot of like illegal immigration in the U.S. for the last 4 years and a bunch of stuff. So that might not be good in the future. So that's one thing
Yeah.
that tends to be an issue. And then who knows how Israel's going to play it? I think I've seen something. What's his name? Freaking released a statement, which is probably not good.
Netanyahu, Yahoo, or
Yeah,
whatever, yeah. Well, we might check that out
So-
too. But let's finish this.
Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight
Jesus.
and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
Oh my!
Jesus Christ. No, this I
man.
mean, this is the piece by strength, though. I mean, you got to flex. You're already attacked. You got to flex as hard as you possibly can at this point. Like you can't go back anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna freaking if he died, I mean, he already dived in. You got to go fucking face first at that point.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has all the power to do so. So I guess
Yeah.
we'll see where the table lies at this
Remember,
point.
there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
Yeah.
Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago.
He's gonna
Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense,
He ain't lying, man.
Pete Hegseth
Well,
will
yeah,
have a
yeah,
press
David,
conference
that's
at
fine.
8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Damn.
Woo! So, wow.
Wow.
Holy.
They just thug
Wow.
walk out of there. Holy shit.
This,
damn.
Yeah, this is,
The reason why this is so crazy.
what do you want
is
to
how-
call it? This is pretty much war, right?
Yeah.
Would you
This-
consider it pretty much? It
this
is
isn't-
war. We're at war.
We haven't declared war. We just attacked. I think it's over. I honestly don't think you can start a war when you already lost all your military and your nuclear sites. I mean, it's only a war if they continues, I think the battle's already over. In my opinion.
I think you're right in a sense of like if they actually hit the nuclear facilities, then it's like they can't really continue. Like Israel can't really continue attacking them because that's what supposedly why they were attacking them in the first place.
But here's the thing: when you do an attack like this, obviously the primary goal is to get rid of the nuclear sites, but then obviously you want to change the direction of this idea of having nuclear weapons. And how do you do that? You have to make some sort of peace, or the people of Iran have to overthrow their government and change their regime. Otherwise, you're just going to come back to this. You're going to come back to this exact same spot again in 20 years.
The only thing that I'm disappointed about is it's seeming like we're giving money to Israel and we're giving money to Ukraine, and these wars are still ongoing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird.
Well,
that's a whole nother subject, but
I would say the war with Gaza is pretty much over as much as this war is over at this point right now. But yeah, it's
just nuts.
We're just being involved in any war that's not next to us. Like if we're not battling Canada or Mexico, why the fuck are we even there? Like I get that. But Iran is a
considering everything that's happened.
Iran is a terrorist state that wants nuclear weapons. This is not like a new thing. This has been going on for like 40 years. They've openly just like declared to kill Israel and kill America. They even threatened Trump. It's one of those things. It's like, how long do you just let that go on for? You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one, but I guess
I'm gonna let that one stew.
Yeah, let's.
Kind of want to hear what people think about that.
Yeah, what do you guys think down below? Let us know. It's crazy times, man, crazy times. But yeah, we'll leave it on that. Naughty Brothers.
We got it, man. That's crazy.
Naughty Brothers. Yeah, what the fuck?